Hi, this is BC with the Quantum Playground, and I'm playing with questions. I had a couple of people, different emails asking me, well, they were conversing about, wow, these energies in the last 2 weeks off the charts, and I've seen lots of videos with other beings. Magical things are happening, chaotic things are happening. And what they're relaying about the energies in them. And these two particular beings, totally unconnected, they don't know each other, but they were both asking me, how do you deal with these energies? And of course, in the conversation back and forth, I was giving them a little bit of what I do, or tricks that I do, or beautiful eagle things that I do. But kind of turning it around back on them, because they're the expert for them. And I feel very strongly not to... I don't have any answers, right answers, except for me. Anyways, they both persisted and nudged and said, well, like you're telling us a story. And just tell me, what's, kind of give me a snapshot. This was a fun way one phrased it. A snapshot of, a couple hours in the life of what you do and navigate the energies right now. One of the ways that I answer that is that I've been aware of feeling and the energies for a long time. And there are waves of energies coming in, and people who were really adept at kind of foreshadowing and giving you a sense of what's about to come in will say, you might expect this or this or this. And, sometimes I feel very similar to what these different beings are saying I might expect, and sometimes, oh yeah, I've felt that, many iterations a long time ago, or something new. So I say that first to start, because it's going to be different for each being, and each time that there's another and another and another and another up level of energy. So I first thing is, I don't worry that, hey, if I was supposed to feel like X, Y, and Z and I don't, no, I didn't get it wrong. No, I'm not falling behind. No, I'm not gonna get that magical power today because, whatever. So I don't let the wonderful wisdom and guidance from others, if I don't line up with that, I don't let it discourage me. I don't let it dissuade me. So that would be one of the first things. So I connect with and speak with and partake in all sorts of different things, but I'm the expert for me, just as you're the expert for you. And so I use it as a way to maybe reflect something back to me, or give me a little more spice, or maybe a little bit of an explanation. But it's not a chart with a list of things and I gotta tick them off. So that would be the first thing that I do and have done for so many years, because I don't want to compare myself to anybody else. I'm me. I'm just me. Another thing that I do is I notice, and I was thinking about this in between the emails and the questions that came up. I thought, there are times when the ego mind will get lit up with the chaos, especially right now with these changes. And I don't hold, I don't hold my higher self separate. I don't hold my soul separate. I don't hold my greater being, my I am separate from me. I am that. I do notice that there are times where I might kind of categorize and hold my lower mind, my ego mind, a bit separate. And in that I mean, it's like you might hear someone walk in the room and they're talking, and and you're not really facing them, but you can kind of hear them talking. And so it's like that, my ego might come in and be nattering away about something or churning on something, and I just hear it and notice it and keep on right on going with what I'm doing. So that would be, I guess that's a tool that I've developed. It's a way that I play with it, so I can overhear a bit of the conversation. I don't get drawn into the conversation. I may hear something that's that's an interesting take, or that's an interesting way to navigate something. So I don't automatically discount it, but it's just softly, like another voice kind of entered the room or walking past the open door. And if something catches my ear or my energy frequency tunes in for a minute, but it's not, it doesn't come to stay, it doesn't dwell. I don't get in the cab, as I used to say, and drive around the block over and over and over again. So that would be another thing that I do. No matter what I'm feeling, ecstatic, painful, kind of churning on something or integrating something, I'm always laughing, and I'm always playing with it, and I'm always in awe and fascinated by the things that I create, the things that I encounter, the things that I bring to me to see, to give clarity, to look at something a little bit different. It's like this wonderful walk in these beautiful woods all of a sudden, and you've heard great comments about this particular trail or something, or dogs are gonna love it, you're gonna love it, it's nice, and the weather's gorgeous, and what's around the next corner? What are we gonna see? Oh, look at that rock, look how beautiful it is. Oh, wow, the color in that foliage is nice. Or what kind of bird is it? So I treat everything like that, and that means that sometimes I can get really into the scariness of something, or really into the rough texture and the pointy spronginess of something, or the just stunning beauty of something, or this amazing vastness of space, of openness of something. And then I take the next step down this wonderful trail that I'm on. So those are just a few ways that are snapshots from how I do that. And yes, I do all of what I just described when I'm at work. And then come on camera. Well, I got a few minute break from work later in the morning from the one I did a little while ago on March 5th, and have this thought. Oh, okay, let's play with questions. So it's you don't set up a certain time. I don't set up a certain time to just meditate, or a certain time to just let it all go, or a certain time to focus on my spiritual practice, or a certain time to be noticing things, or the certain time is all the time. And as I mentioned in the Rambling by the River, occasionally I do get ensnared in some long ago habit, or something, in the world, in the work world usually. Occasionally it's more personal stuff, but mostly it's the work world, will ensnare me for a moment. But I guess another thing I would say is I've set up little touchstones, little tells, little reminders for me. Maybe it's a certain area in my body that, kind of pings me and says, hey, you're doing that thing again that you stopped doing a while ago. Quit doing that. Or a word or a phrase will play in my head. Or the most wonderful one that I've been having happen for, I don't know, 25 years or more, 30 years. It's like this, it's energy frequency, it's me doing it for me. It's like, from on the back of my shoulder, it's like a gentle hand on my shoulder. Of course, my hand will be facing the other way. The energetic hand is facing the other way. On my shoulder, just resting, when you walk up to somebody that you absolutely love. And you're not saying anything. There's no active, direction or anything. It's just that connection. It's just that it's the palm of God on your shoulder. The palm of Source, energetically and frequency on your shoulder. And it's that beam of love. It's that beam like the light of the brilliance that's in you, and it seeps into the warmth and the love and the vibrancy seeps into you. And it's a breath of love that reminds you, hey, stop doing it. So those are some of the things that I use. And the energies are, they're spectacular. Yeah, sometimes they're difficult, but they're great. It's all good. It's all amazingly good. And, wow, everything is happening. It's happening. What's it? All is it. And it's happening. And it's fun. And all the animals feel it. Keegan feels it, and he has conversations with me, with his animals. He sings, he dances. Occasionally he'll just sit there and growl at nothing, supposedly. So every being, whether you think they're awake or not, is going through all of this. No being, no thing, no one, no energy, no structure, no system is untouched by this in all of Source's multiverses. So play with it. And you're the expert, so what do you choose to do to navigate and have fun with it? I love you.